Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisa Harris. We're going to go through lead generation, and I'm going to show you all kinds of different tools that we have. All the tools I'm showing you are all included with MiRealSource membership, so you don't pay for these. So unlike a lot of lead generation tools out there, you're usually paying for the additional services to get those leads. So this will hopefully help you get some new buyers, help you sell your listings, and other things as well. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at the right side of your screen, and you will have a handout attached that it's lead generation with MiRealSource Tools. The items we're going through today, it will show up on there on the right side of your screen. So you can click on that and download that right to your page. Okay. And if you look also on the right side of your screen, if you have questions as we go ahead and type those in the questions box on the right. You can also raise your hand. And as we're going through this, I will try to pay attention. Okay, we're going to get started here. So if you would please just log into your Paragon page, and we're going to start off in Paragon, and I'm going to take you through all the different lead generation options that you have. So if you go ahead and take a look at your Paragon page, so if you would please just log into your Paragon account, and the first section we're going to go into is Cloud CMA. So if you go ahead and log into your Paragon at the top here, I have mine all set up, just log in. And then I'm going to take you into Cloud first, and I'm actually going to turn off my camera and make sure that you can see my screen well. Make sure that you can see everything. Yep, okay, so you know, you see all my extra apps out here. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do is go to our resources at the top of our screen on the right side here. And in there, you'll see that you have all kinds of tools. You've got everything from your Cloud CMA to your transaction desk, your Authentisign, also to your social media and your lead generation, your list track, MarketStats, and so forth. So we're going to go up to our Cloud CMA on the left here. Go ahead and click on that. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is your option now when you do create a CMA report. So you have a live version. So the live version is interactive. So what that means is that I could be on my computer with my live version. I can invite my clients and they can view it with me. And as I'm talking to them, I can make changes to the CMA report, which is great. So it's a great feature. So I'm going to actually open up one of my CMA reports that I had done already. So if you have one done, you can walk through this with me. So I'm going to go to the live report here, and I actually will go over to my Rosebriar. This is probably a better one. So I'm going to click View Live and give that a second to load. Okay, so this is your live version. So if you have not gone through this yet, this is the live version view. And what you'll notice is you've got all these boxes here, which is your actual different tabs of sections that you can go through. If you go to the left of your screen, these three lines will give you all the additional options. So if you click on that, so you can see these are the sections that we're looking at the bottom of my screen, but also I have a customize option. If I click customize on the left side of my screen, I can now show items that are not showing. You can tell with the line through the eye here that they're hidden, or I can hide items that are showing that maybe I don't have completed. So here is, my agent resume, which is pretty basic, hasn't done much to it at all. But again, if I don't want to include it, then what I can do is I can come in here under customize, click on that, and it removes it from my live version. So that would be the first thing, is after you create your report, come in here and make sure the items are in here that you'd like to show. If there's something that is not showing, like for example, if I want to show our company, I can include that. As you go down, there's quite a bit of stuff in here, as you can see. Any of these items, and again, if you haven't gone through this, you're not sure what you want to use yet, you can remove these or add them for each individual, okay? So the idea is to have everything in that you'd like. So let's see here, if there's anything else in here I'm going to keep. We'll keep some of this MarketStats in here as well. And I don't need Sterling Heights. We'll keep February stats. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go down a little bit further here and show you how you can start your meeting with them. So you have an option for a Zoom meeting. You can Skype with them, and that will give you an option to view this with your client at the same time. So then you're actually going to give them an option to log into this during the Zoom, and then they can view what you're seeing. Now, the nice thing is, as I go through this, which I'm not going to zoom anyone in right now, but as I go through this and I walk through everything, I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go back to my main page here. As I go through each one of these sections, so for example, our company, you'll notice a pencil at the bottom. So if I need to make a change as I'm going through it, which obviously with my company I may not, but I may with my comps, I can click on this and it will give me an option to make whatever changes. Like this will let me highlight things as I'm going through it. So I'm going to click to the next one. If you look on the right bottom corner, it allows you to go to the next screen. To the left bottom corner allows you to go back a section. So if I click on this, I can go down to the next section. And I'm just going to kind of fly through some of these sections right now because I want to get you to the comps, which is right here. This is a really great feature. I absolutely love this. So as I'm looking at it, here's my subject property. And then here are the properties that I pulled for my CMA. And as they go through this, there's an arrow here in the bottom middle. So you would go through and show these to them, scroll through them, and then they can read more information, explain different things to them. Again, my pencil's at the bottom. So maybe I want to show them that, this one actually sold for a list price. This one actually went over asking price, whatever I might want to do. It's great because as I'm talking to them, I can make notes on my report. This also gives at the top right corner a map view. So as they're looking at those properties, I can now show them the map. And if they tell me, oh, you know what, there's something down the street. I thought there was another one that listed. Well, all these little dots are pulling up. These are going to be different comps, possibly comps, other properties. So I could just say, if they tell me, you know what, there was one over here on Heather Lane. Well, let's take a look because it didn't pull up in my report for some reason. I can click on it. Here's Heather Lane. You can see some basic information. And then I could say, well, this would be a good comp. We can add this in. We can include it here at the top of your photo here, or I could just skip it and say, you know what, this is probably not a good comp. Let's take a look at the other one and see if that one might be the right one and pull that one up instead. So again, this is interactive. That is the beautiful part about this live version. So you're doing a Zoom with your client, you're going over this with them, making little notes with a pencil, highlighting things as you go. Great way to explain it. Even if you're sitting with them at their home, this is a great way to go. The live version is typically what I do if I'm with my client or I'm showing it to them. The PDF format, I'll usually email it to my client because it's usually a large report. I mean, I'll have 80, 100 pages. So it's something that's great for them to view before I meet with them. So again, as you go through here to the right, it'll show you the next thing. And again, every section is interactive. So as they go through this, you can touch on it, pulls the property on the left here. We can show them the difference of this one. So again, if you click on it, also again, you've got additional photos. And now I can actually walk through the photos with them as well. So this live version is definitely a good way to go with your client. Now, if you want to just send this to them, you don't want to do a Zoom or meet with them, that's not a problem. You can. So when you copy your PDF link, you can copy this and send it to them as well. I usually will send them both, unless I'm meeting with them and I want to review it myself with them. Okay, all right. So that is your Cloud CMA live version. So again, to find this under Cloud CMA, zoom back in so you can see my page. You have the View PDF, View Live, and all I did was clicked on View Live. And when you view your live version, that's when you can come here on the left side of your screen, those three lines that opens up your menu options. You can look at the options that you have in here. You can customize this and add or remove things as you go. And then you can select to Zoom and meet with your client. Okay, so let's go back over to our cloud real quick here. I want to show you again how to send this. So if you're going to send this to your client, whether the PDF or live, the three dots here will give you menu options on that box. Copy PDF link, copy live link. So you can email this report right directly from here. I like copying the links because I like sending it from my own email so then I can see that I send it to them. And but again, you can do it either way. But if you do copy it, you just go into your email, paste it in, and send this over to your client. Okay, so that is your live version. So now I want to show you another option in Cloud CMA, which is a great lead generation tool that you can just put out on social media. The other thing is going to be our what our home is worth. So I'm going to take you over to, if you're on your Cloud CMA page, to the top right. If you are not on here, if you closed it out or you didn't make it to this page, just go to Paragon, go to Resources, and go down to Cloud CMA. So I can get you back to this page where we're at. And then once your Cloud CMA loads, we're going to go to the top right. You'll either see your photo or your initials if you haven't uploaded a photo in here. And I click on this. And you actually have a section here that says lead generation. So if you haven't done this, this is great. This is something that I usually will post on my Facebook, and I haven't posted in a while, so I will post it today. So we're going to go ahead and click lead generation. And this is just a great way to see who of your friends on whatever social media or your followers are interested in possibly selling their house or want to know what their house is worth. So this is what the page comes up as. What is my home worth? So this is what you'll be posting on your social media. And you can copy the link directly from here. You can also share it as you go down further. You can embed it into your website. You can Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. I like putting on my Facebook. I have a lot of followers and there are a lot of friends on there. So typically that's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Facebook. If you look at your Facebook page here, you're going to have an option. So if you have a business page, which we always recommend a business page, you're going to share it to your business page, so a page you manage. So if you look to the top left, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here because I know my screen gets a little small, you're going to go to share a page you manage. So we're going to click on that first. Okay. So now it's going to have a little section here where I can type something in. Whenever you post something on social media, you want to give 2 to 3 lines of information so it attracts them. If I just put a link out there, they're not going to pay attention to it half the time. So I want to post something in here that's going to catch their attention. So I'm going to go to, let's see, we're going to type in there something about our market. So market. Let's change this a little bit. I am going to create another sentence here real quick. Okay, so again, just a quick 3 sentences. Free market has begun, inventory is still low. Are you thinking of selling your home, or would you like to see what your home value is? Select the link to see recent sales in your area. Select the link below. Okay, so it's very simple, nothing much to it, but again, it's something to attract them. So when they see this post on your social media, they're gonna think, oh, okay, let me see what my value is. So then they're gonna click on that link. That's the whole idea, is we wanna make sure that they're actually selecting it. So I'm going to post this to my Facebook page, and actually, put it on, yeah, I'm gonna keep it on my page, my manage, and I'm gonna post to Facebook at the bottom here of my screen. So if you already typed everything in, just click on post to Facebook, and then I'm gonna show you how this works. We're gonna go into Facebook next. Okay, my realtor profile, because that's where I posted it. Okay, give it a second here to load. Okay, so here is the page. And here is my post. Now, the only thing is I don't like that it should actually have a photo in here. Let me see if it works. I just want to make sure my link is working. For some reason, it didn't pull the full link, but there it is. And maybe it's not showing it in the social media. It should, but it had a bigger view of it before. So this is what they'll do, is they'll click on it. They're going to say, well, what is my home worth? Okay, so let me put in, I'm going to put in my listing address in here. If you want to put your own home, if you did click on this, you can. I'm going to put in my listing. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So all they're doing, it's very simple, very little that they need to do. They're going to put in the property address. And it's going to take a second for it to show. And then at the bottom here, this is the information they have to fill out. All they're filling out really is 2 items. Is all that once they put their address in, their full name and their email address. That's all it needs. So I'm going to put class test so I know that this was not a real one. And my email address as well. Perfect. Okay. If they would like to put their phone number, they can. The square footage is great. If they want to put that in as well, it's 1635. So we'll just put that in. Email my report. So the nice thing about using this is not only is it going to email a report to your potential client, it's going to email you to let you know that they have just selected a quick CMA. You'll see be able to see the report that they've done. You will get any contact information they put in there. Email address you definitely will have, that's guaranteed, a name, possibly a phone number. But the idea of this is so they get this quick CMA. It's not going to be very specific. It's not like one that you would do for them. It would be one that is pretty broad. It's going to pull properties in their area, and then you can contact them and say, I noticed that you had looked for some more information about the value of your home. I would love to do a more detailed report for you with more information. And then you can hopefully get a listing out of it. So that's the whole idea. So now I'm going to show you where you're going to see all these items, how you can see what your client is, what this potential client has done. So I'm going to go back to my Cloud CMA. So if you have it closed, it should be open somewhere in your tabs, or if you're on Chrome, I believe it will minimize it sometimes to the bottom of your screen. But go back to Cloud CMA. You're going to click on CMA tab, and you're going to see the report right in here where you create all your CMAs. So I'll give this a second to load. There it is. And the reason you can tell that this is the one that you had sent this way is that if you look, I've got a little Facebook icon right on my report. And I'm going to show you what this report looks like. So I'm going to hit View PDF. Just going to open up a full report on it. And I will show you what they're getting. So you can see it's very broad. Again, it's going to be, and it says Quick CMA on here. It will show the property address, just an aerial view. It will have your contact information on here. And then it gives a little letter. Appreciate the opportunity to share my business plan with you. My contact me page. So all of my contact information is in here. Talks about what a CMA is. Sorry about that. There's like 39 pages. And then this is what's really important, the comparables. So if you look here, I'm going to zoom in, you can see it pulled everything from 265,000 to 350. It's not really giving them a price. It's giving them everything in their area. It's showing what the recent sales are, but doesn't mean that any of these are good comps. Like this one for 2,000 square feet is not going to work because obviously the property is much smaller than that. So again, this is a great way just to pull in those potential sellers. And again, hopefully you'll get some business out of this. And I've used this a few times. I have received calls. I've been able to do CMAs on it. I have received business from it. So yes, again, this is a great lead generation tool. So I am going to take you back and just show you quickly what we did again. So all I did, I'm going to go back to my Cloud CMA here. This is out. To get this started is basically from your Cloud CMA page, you go to your photo or your initials in the top right, go down to lead generation. There's your lead generation page. Again, you can copy the link if you'd like. But you can also go directly to Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest from here. So all I did was I clicked on my Facebook page, just so it doesn't double up. And then it takes me to where I can post. And then I selected a page that I manage. You can post it, wherever you need to post it at that point. So then you just make sure you put 2 to 3 lines in here, something to attract them, and then post to Facebook. Very simple. So that is the great tool in Cloud CMA. So I showed you how to do your live version in there and how to view your live version, how to invite a client to Zoom to view it, and then also your lead generation. So, okay, so that is our cloud. So we're going to go into something else now. So I'm going to close out my Facebook page, and I'm going to take you back. I'm going to get out of cloud here, and I'm going to take you back to Paragon. So let's go there. So from Paragon now, we're going to look at MarketStats. So MarketStats is another great item that you can post and hopefully get some potential clients out there. It has all kinds of different things that you can show in there. It's showing statistics, basically. 2 ways to get to MarketStats. You can go directly from a listing. So I'm going to pull my listing up, and you're welcome to pull up one of your listings to see how this works. And then I'll show you also the button. If you don't have a listing, again, you're welcome to use mine. It's 4447 Manitou, M-A-N-I-T-O-U, and it's Clinton Township. It should pop up. It's active. If you have anyone looking in Clinton Township, this is Rivergate Sub. It's a great little location. Okay, so here's my listing, and you have a shortcut on here for MarketStats, and it's a graph. So if you are looking at your legacy full agent report, it's going to be on the left here underneath your name. If you are looking on an agent detail with map, it should be here in the center. If you're looking at the one-line report, double-click and open up the full one so you can see these little shortcuts. So we're going to go into MarketStats. So what I'm going to do is by clicking on MarketStats from the listing, it's showing me the stats around this property. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this little graph that looks like right here. It's going to be toward the end of your icons. So I'm going to click on that. And if you want to go directly in there too, you can also go from resources. Again, resources has everything in here in the middle. MarketStats. Okay, there it is. So there's my fast stats. So it should, under InfoSparks, when you pull, and for some reason I'm thinking it may not be finding this property, it should show some options here. So I'm not quite sure why I didn't pull it up, and I'm guessing maybe the link is not working on it. So I'll look at that later to find out. Hopefully yours worked since mine didn't. But fast stats is what I want to show you real quick first. So let's start off with fast stats. This is something I add to my Cloud CMA reports. I use this all the time. It's usually 1 month behind. So right now, you should be able to get, if not today, in the next few days, stats for March once they're created. So the first thing here is your local market update. So I have ones for different areas. So like that property in Clinton Township, I had done one of these for Clinton Township, add into Cloud CMA is one of my custom pages, and I upload it into my report for my client to see. So what you do is you're selecting an area. So you can go with whatever city you want. So let's go to Clinton Township. There we go. And you want to make sure it starts with a 5 because that's Macomb County. And then it'll do the most recent time period, or you can go back further, but I like doing the most recent, so hopefully it pulls up March. You're going to select View Report, and this is, when it says Quick Stats, it is Quick Stats. I absolutely love this. It just downloaded a PDF for me. It's done. So now this is what they're getting. And this is, like I said, really great to have when you're sending information about CMA for your client, because now they're looking at their area and what's been going on. So they're still on February, so I'm guessing in a few more days, hopefully they'll have March updated. So they can see new listings in 2022, and it's doing comparable for them. So from 22 to 23, you can see it's dropped 23% for new listings, which is crazy. Pending sales, it's actually increased. Again, low inventory too. Closed sales has increased. Days on market are higher now. Again, higher rates has not helped with that. Median sale price, about $255, so prices have gone up nicely. Average sale price has gone up as well. Percent of list price received, they received almost 98% of their list price. Inventory of homes for sale, so it looks like we have one house more than we did last year at this time. And supply of inventory, so 0.8 during the month, now they're getting 0.9, so it has gone up a little bit. And then here's year to date. So this, I think, is really important for your client to look at, because they can see that if they tell you, oh, you know what, my neighbor last year sold and they had it sold in 7 days. Well, that was last year. The market has changed tremendously. Again, the interest rates being higher hasn't helped as well. So I always use these and include these, and it just gives another graph here at the bottom in my CMA reports for my client, or even if you're meeting with your client, this is great information to give them. Okay, so I'm going to close out this PDF. I'm going to go back a step to my fast stats again, and there's two other options here. You have a monthly indicator and a monthly data sheet. So your monthly indicator will give you everything in MiRealSource. So if I click on this, it's going to create a fast quick stat right here again, really fast. Report's done already for everything in Paragon. So you can see it's going to give how much has changed as far as closed sales of properties, the sale price, and homes for sale. Now they're going to see new, pending, closed, days on market. This is all historical, and it's going from last year to this year, and then year to date as well. Pending sales, again, great information for them to see. Days on market, when they're telling you, last year it was, a lot less time. Well, again, lower interest rates, lack of inventory, combination of all that is set us. It was a little crazy last summer. Okay, and so again, there's all different things. There's 14 pages. I do include this in my Cloud CMA as well. So these are downloading every time I click on one. So my monthly data sheet, I view my report, click entire MiRealSource area. There we go again, it's already done. Again, within minutes, you can have these fast stats. So here is my listing and sales summary report by county. Let's zoom in a little bit here for you to see. This is great as well. It's giving the total sales, which is great to see in the different counties what the change is and how much, more, if it's gone up or down. I mean, if you look at St. Helens County, they're up 53%, which is amazing to me from one year to the other. So again, great information. Gives them also listing sales summary reports. So it's just 2 pages, very simple. But again, great information to include in your CMA. Okay, so that is your quick fast stats right here. Quick stats, but it's fast stats actually. So I'm going to go back and I want to log back in because for some reason it's not. Oh, there it goes. It didn't want to load for a second. There it is. It just took a second. So when you click on the link from Paragon, it should have brought to this page, and I'm not sure why I didn't post in the beginning. I apologize, but here it is. This is something you can share or embed into your website if you'd like. And you have options here of selecting what you're looking for. And at the bottom are options of what you want to show in your stats. So this right here, this graph is showing sales price from median to average. I can select new listings, which I think this is great to post. If you go down a little bit here, you can see how much has dropped. And again, as they touch this, it's interactive. So they went from, let's see, June of last summer, 114,808 new listings. And March, it's 104,196 new listings. You want to talk about a peak, look up here, February 2020, 130,457 listings. So it's amazing to see this graph and to see, it's interesting always to see when you see the drop and when you see it go back up again, usually around the summertime, a little crazy, drops a little bit around the holidays. We're still at a decline. I'm hoping that's going to come back up because we definitely need inventory. Now, if you look at the top here above your graph, you have an option to print, to share, and then you have options to modify this line. So right now we're looking at a line, but you can actually do columns or bars, and it gives them this view. Now, I like the line. I feel like they see a lot more with it. It looks like you can see that dip going up and down. It's kind of nice for them to see this, but you can do either one. How far back do you want to go? You can go back up to 10 years. Let's look at our market 10 years ago. I want to talk about going up and down in our market. I mean, this is going back to July 2013, 2014, and then just it kind of really leveled down here in the 17s and 18s, and now it climbed back up. Obviously went back down again, and now we're where we're at right now. So this is a great visual. So now I can post this, and the way you can post this is this share button right here at the top. So if I want to share this, and here's the options you have, static or live. Now here's the problem. If you do a live version, a live will update. So as the data changes, it's going to update. Now the problem by posting that is depending what your byline is. If you put something about inventory is extremely low at this point, and then all of a sudden it goes up, now your graph is not showing what you're explaining in your social media when you're posting this. So I suggest doing static. So what I'm seeing right now is what they're viewing. Okay. If you want to do a PDF, you can print this again for your clients. I'm going to do social media, select share. Now here is my actual link for this. I can view a new window. It's right here. So click on view a new window. Now it opens up the actual graph and it gives you your links to share it as well. So all I did again was just view a new window, brought me to this. So this is what they're going to see right on my social media. Again, you're going to want to post something about it because if they see this graph, they're not going to have any idea what it is. So I'm going to go to Facebook again. I'm going to load me into my Facebook page. Once it's loaded right above the graph, I'm going to type in something for a couple lines just again to track them. So something about new listings. I went 10 years with new listings on the market to show the difference in our market and the amount of inventory we have. If yours loaded already, again, if you're going to post this, just type a couple lines right above your graph, whatever it is you're showing. Again, mine went 10 years back in inventory, so I'm showing really low inventory at this point. Okay, well, I may not be able to show you this, so hopefully you're able to do it. If not, and it might be, like I said, just a little bit of a lag time here. Okay, so I'm going to try it one more time. If it doesn't work, we're going to move on just because I have a lot more to show you and I don't want to lose any of our time. So I'll give it a second here to see if this will come through. If it doesn't, again, same as we did earlier, you're going to show whatever it is you're going to be on your Facebook page, which is my graph here, type above it and post it to your business page. And it doesn't want to load. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone was able to do this. So all I did again was went into MarketStats, created some type of graph down here, what I wanted to show. I went with new listings, so I can show that the inventory is still extremely low. And then I showed 10 years back. You can make your changes here on this section here, what you want to show in your graph. And then I selected share, which brought me to this page, and view a new window, which took me to this. And then select whatever social media. So pretty simple. Again, all this stuff is in your handouts on the right side of your screen. It was attached, so you can click on that and that PDF will download to your computer and you'll be able to view this again of how to do all this. There are step-by-step guides in there. Okay, so let's move on. We've done everything in our MarketStats, so I want to show you now your single property website. So I'm going to go back to my listing because I'm going to show you a couple options here how to get to that single property website. Again, resources at the top here, and you can go directly from here if you don't have a listing to go through. But from here, you've got property inventory links is where we're going. So if you go to resources in the middle, third one down, property inventory links. But for my listing itself, I can also create that single property website right from here. So if I click on here, I'm going to show you two ways. I'll go back the other way as well. This will take me directly into my website for this property. You can see here, here's my listing. Here are my icons, so I can share it on the right. And then it will show all the photos. It will give a little bit of information, my public remarks, the details about this property. Location is this QR code, which can be placed on flyers. You can place it on, you can create a flyer, put it in the house, they can scan it, wherever you'd like for people to be able to get this report as well. And then contact form, so they can send me a message, they can call me, whichever they prefer, and then any of my other new listings that I have, which are both pending right now. Okay, so if you share it from here, you're going to select on Facebook, if you're using Facebook or Twitter. Let's see if it loads this time. There it goes, actually loaded much faster. And now I can type in whatever I'd like. So I can share it to my business page and type in whatever message I want in here and then post it to, again, 2 to 3 lines, something about the property, something you've used in your remarks, something that will attract them, because the idea, again, is for them to click on this so they can get all the information about that listing. The other way to do this, I'm going to leave the page real quick here. I'm going to close this out. Under Paragon, if you go to Resources again, Property Inventory Links. So if you would go back to that, I want to show you all your options in here. So when you come in here, here is your properties. So then you would select them directly from here. And then it takes you into that page again, same thing. But in here you can see there's a little bit of information about this, your webmail, article, make sure that your contact information, everything is correct in there. And this is where you'll pull them from or directly from the listing itself. So another great way to post, if I go to my Facebook, I will show you. I don't want to post it again because I just posted it. So I'm going to show you my page real quick. And I just posted, I think, a few days ago. And I'm going to actually, I'll post it again tomorrow. I try to post, especially with a new listing, every few days something about it. Do something, social media, something that you're pushing it out there just to keep it going, to keep getting some traffic in there. The other thing in Facebook that I'll do a lot of times is I boost my posts. You can post it for, you can boost your post for a few dollars to 10, 15, 20, whatever you'd like. It will post, you can boost it for so many days, and it actually pushes it out there, and it gives you an option of who you'd like it to be sent to. So what area it's targeting, how far out from the property, who it is targeting. So like I'll put in there, you know, people from 18 to 70 or whatever age group, because obviously if they're under 18, they can't buy a house. So I'll post it out there and make sure it's getting to adults. I'll post it within the area, and then I'll let you select certain things. So I'll select like people that are looking at real estate sites or are looking to sell their home, or it gives you all kinds of options, and then you can narrow it down to kind of the area and the type of people you want to send to, so you know those are ones that are looking for possibly to buy or sell their homes. So boosting is a great thing. So here is mine that I did a couple days ago. So just great curb appeal on this 3-bedroom, well-maintained ranch in Rivergate sub. Windows, roof, mechanicals updated in the last 13 years. Original owner, shades to leave, the wonderful neighbors and locations. Left link below for more details. So when they're clicking on this, then they're getting that view that we looked at earlier, which is the house, all the additional photos, and they can click on the photos and view, and they can actually go through. This house is very well maintained, very well taken care of, but it does need updates. But it's a great house in Rivergate. So again, they can view all the photos, and then they can see a little more information, the public remarks, and then all the details about it as well. And then they can contact you from here. That's the big thing, is contacting you as well. Okay. So that is how we do our single property website and how we post that. And again, don't forget, you got that QR code. You can always post this anywhere you would like, so they can get all this information as well. Okay, so we are done with this. Let's go ahead and go to Homesnap. So I'm going to actually switch to my mobile device. So let me close some of this out, and then I'm going to share my mobile with you. We're going to do Homesnap Pro real quick. I'm going to show you can share some things in there. Let's close all this out. Okay. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, get rid of my background so it's too busy with everything there. Okay, wonderful. So this is what you should be seeing right now. Let's get to that. And just take it to my screen. Okay, so we're going to go to Homesnap Pro. So I'm going to take you to Homesnap. I'm going to click on your Homesnap. And what I'm going to show you from here is how you can share your profile and you can share your listings. So you're going to go to the Me button at the bottom right of your screen. If you're in an Android, it may not be in the same section. but look for the Me section. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Me. And it's going to open up your page here. And this is where you can invite your clients. You can see your clients. You can view your listings, your favorites, your recently viewed, your snaps. And then here are your profiles. So here's my public profile. You click on it. This is what they're seeing. And then if I go back, actually I can hit more. This is where you can adjust it. So I can change my profile image. I can change my wallpaper. And then it gives you a couple other options in here. But I can share this profile right here at the bottom. So if I select share this profile, and then it asks you where you want to share it. Do you want to send it to recent messages? Do you want to share it to your clients, to agents, to Paragon contacts, to your iPhone contacts? So again, you can select what you'd like. So if you want to send it to your clients, then you can go ahead and select who you want to add to this. So anyone you touch will attach to this and it will share your profile to them. Okay, which I'm not going to send it to anybody right now. I'm going to hit cancel and I'm going to hit back. Okay, the other thing you can do under the Me, and again, that was just I clicked on my public profile and just clicked on more and hit share this profile. But again, double check and make sure that the profile is the way you want it. If you need to make changes to it, under more is where you can make your adjustments. Okay, so I'm going to go back again. And then here are my listings. So you see all listings right here. If I click on that, pull up my listings. So I'm going to go to my Manitou, which is active. And I'm going to view the listing here. I can send it in a message as well. I can share the listing right from here, or you can view your listing first and then send it. But from here, I can share this listing. And now I have an option I can text it to anybody. If I'd like to send a text, I can do that. I can also go to my email and I can send them an email, and that will give them a link to open it up as well. And then, again, you have multiple ways of doing everything here. So I'm going to close this out and I can view the listing itself. And from the listing, you have a little box that pops up at the bottom here on the right with an arrow. This allows you to share it. So from here, I can now text message it. I can send it to my email. So multiple ways of doing all of this. So you can go either way, whatever's easier for you. But let's see here. Hit cancel. Close this out, discard. All right, and go back here. All right, so now I'm going to go, let's close all this out. Okay, so back to my listings and back to my homepage. So again, options of sharing your profiles by going to Me, going to my public profile, click on the three dots, you have an option to share it, or go to your listings, and then from here you can share it on this page, or you can share it directly from the listing itself. Oops. View my listing. So, all right, so that is everything in Homesnap Pro. So I showed you the two different options for lead generation here. Again, different ways of just getting your listings out. Or the nice thing with sharing a profile is that they will become your client. So then you can see what they do. So if you notice here, as I'm looking at a listing, you have a star at the top here and a star at the bottom. Whenever they select those stars as their favorites, you can see their favorites. So for my clients, just real quick while we're on here, I may as well show you. Under my clients, if I go to, let's see, I don't know, my newest one would be, I think who would, let's go to Andrew. I'll see if there's anything left in there that's available. Most of the items in here are probably sold or gone already. But you can see here at the bottom, it says see all, in the middle here, see all favorites. And he has only one left in here, which is the one he actually ended up buying. So, but you can see all their favorites. So as they mark things, they can send messages to you from here. It's really interactive. I really like this. They can just tell you, I want to see this property, whatever it is, and then you can schedule it from there. Okay, so that is Homesnap Pro. So let's go now back into Paragon. So I'm going to uncap this. So out here, and then close this out. Do this. Oops. Stop mirroring. And let me go back to my Paragon page right here. Okay, so now let's go into Paragon. I'm not overloading everyone. I know there's a lot, and there's so many different options for lead generation here with different types of, the different sites that we have, the different programs that we have. There's just so many options. So I just want to make sure I cover as many as possible for you. Okay, so let's go into our Paragon listing maintenance. So, and you may have noticed this already if you put a new listing in recently. When you put a listing in, you have an option to share it directly right when you're done making it live. So I'm going to go to listings and I'm going to go to maintain listings. And you can do this anytime, not just when you first put your listing in. I want to find my listings here. I'm going to hit search. So I just have the one active. So if you look here at the very end where that selected action link is, you're going to click on it. And if you look in this section, now you have options. If you look at the bottom, share a listing to Facebook, share via text, showing, that's your showing time setting for showing time, but collab link in your Twitter. So if I do this, say, for example, text, I can send this to a number right from here. So I can go ahead and add a contact. So you'll put in here, I'm going to put a class test, I know I set to myself. And then you'll put in the phone number. And then save it. And then you're going to use that one. Perfect. Let's see. Didn't save the cell phone. It's supposed to have your cell phone in here. Let's see, it's not letting me send it because I think it's not showing as a cell phone. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, send message. It's that simple. So I have now received a text message. There it is. So, so what the text does is it shows that, hang on one second. I'm going to actually email this to myself so you can see it. Probably the easiest way instead of reconnecting my phone again. But it actually gives them a link. So they're going to click the link. It's going to show my name, my office, and my phone number on here. So then they can select that link. I'm just sending this to myself right now so you can view it. Let me go to my email real quick. And I will open this up so you can see it. And you can try it for yourself. That's honestly the best way to do it is any of these items that you're working with, especially like Facebook, if you're not sure how to post that or you just want to play with it and see how it looks first, post to yourself first. Don't put it on your business page yet, because as soon as you put on your business page, it goes out everywhere. It's open, obviously. But here it is. And I'm going to show you a couple other emails that I got from earlier. Here it is. Okay. So this is what I received. Let me zoom out a little bit here so you can see it. This is the text message. So here is the link that takes me into my page, and then it gives all my contact information. Okay, so it's done it twice, it looks like. But that's what you'll get as a text message if you do send that as a text. Okay, and again, that was just from maintaining my listing and selecting one of these ways to share it. Again, you can share it on Facebook, and it's going to take you into your Facebook again and log in. Oops, out of platform. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix that. Didn't realize that I have an error there. So, but listings, maintain listing to get to this section. Okay, so that is how you post to any social media or share things right from your listing maintenance. Let's close that out. I do want to show you real quick in my email earlier when we did called CMA. Another thing that you will receive is that a email will come through and it will show that you received something. So here it is. It says you have a new lead. If I open this up, and it tells me that this is a property address and this is their email address. If they have a phone number, a name, whatever else is in here, it will show. So this is another place where you can see what they saw. You can see that who got it, who received it. It will also show them, you know, it'll show the actual report right from here. You go to your landing page and view the report total here and so forth. So you're getting it in called CMA as well. You're getting in your email and you're being notified there. Okay. Alrighty, and then this is what they got. This is as a client, this is what they saw. And it's pretty much what I just was showing you. They get to see a quick report, and then they view the full report right from here. It gives them their actual CMA report. It's taking them to a live view right now. And there it is. And that's a quick CMA too, is a live version. All right, so now, let's see what else we still need to go into. Did our cloud CMA? Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Is there any questions so far? Anything you need me to show you again? I can check real quick with, I think I may have hit most of the big stuff here that we need to. I have some new things I'm going to show you, so we're going to go into that next. We're going to go into Realist as well. Okay, so we're going to go, let's do Realist first, and then I'll take you into the other one. Okay, so Realist, which is our tax site, it's a third-party tax site. You can find that under tax, and you can find it under Realist Tax Search. Now, the other way to get to this directly from a property is going from the property itself. There's a shortcut. It's the little red icon. Now, I use this when I want to pull comps for a property or information about that property. I go directly from here. So if you click on that red link, if you have a property open, it will take you directly into Realist, but into the actual information about that property. So I use this quite frequently. It does give you a lot of great information. Owner information is at the top here, location information, tax information, assessments and taxes as well by year. Any characteristics it has. Now, keep in mind, this is a third-party site. It's pulling from tax records, but sometimes you may not find much information, or you'll see things like this, basement type, tax full, MLS basement. So sometimes you might see something different where I've seen where it says MLS 3 bedrooms, tax rate shows only 2. So you can see sometimes a little difference there of what tax records are showing and what Realist has found, because Realist will pull from MLS as well. So one of the things that we're going to be looking at in here is our sell scores, which I'm going to show you how to search these. The sell score is giving you an idea what is the chances that this client or this potential owner or potential seller possibly might want to sell their home. And I think it looks at a lot of variations. It looks at when the property was purchased, it looks at what mortgages, how much equity is built into it, and it comes up with these sell scores. So there is an option here to search by sell score. So you're getting people with higher sell scores to try to farm them, try to send them information or advertising, whatever you'd like to do, possibly to get listings. So it does give all the listing information, and it does give any market sales, last history sales, any mortgage information, which is great. If this went in foreclosure, you would see that information here as well. If it went to sheriff's sale, you would see it. Realist is a great program. Find lots of information in here, but just like anything else, you always want to double check the information you're getting to. Okay, so if I hit launch Realist from this, it will take me directly into Realist. If you went from the link from taxes, again, I'm just going to take you back into the property details and then back to my main page. I'm going to close this out real quick. If you go from tax to Realist Tax Search, we'll go in from here, just so I don't confuse you in case you didn't click on the link. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Then you get into your dashboard. Okay, so what you're seeing here, you have your map here on the top, and then you have a quick search here on the left side, and you have a tab if you look here for My Search and then Counties. Now, Counties allows you to select 12 counties. If they're not selected here on the right side and you're searching a property, you're not going to find it. So you have to make sure your county is selected. Now, what I'm about to show you for the sell score will only allow you to do one county at a time. They're working on getting it to select multiple, but right now it'll only search one at a time. So in order to make this work, I have to get rid of all my counties except one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of these other than Macomb. Okay. And then I'm going to hit apply in the bottom right corner. So I'm going to have to come back and add those back in later, but for our example here, I want to make sure those are gone. So counties have been updated. Now where it says quick search in My Search, I'm going to click on that tab that says My Search. All right. From here, I have all kinds of options. You can customize this search and add more options. You can save the search. Quick search only gives you a few items to search by. You cannot save it. You can't do anything else. You can't customize it. So you always want to use the My Search tab. Where it says customize search, I'm going to click on that. And you have an option for your sell score, which is going to be sales information, I believe. Yep, there it is. Okay. So for here is where I can select my sell score. Now, it's not letting me select it. And I know that the county makes a difference, which I have removed all mine, but it's not letting me select it for some odd reason. So I'm wondering if it's not reading that I changed my counties. So let me make sure my counties haven't changed yet. It has, and it did apply, so maybe I'll apply again just to make sure it sees that. And let's try that one more time and see if it will let me get in. It's under your sales information section. Yeah, and it's still not letting me select it. So something in here is not letting me select. Let me see why. Man, it should. County really is the only reason that I should not be able to get into this. So I'm not sure why. I'll have to look into that and see why it's not. Hopefully you're able to get into yours. And again, it could be reading that I still have those counties selected, even though I have changed it. But I am going to, let's see, I'm going to try to reload Realist just because I made that change and see if that makes a difference. So let me go back to tax, Realist tax search. Let's try this one more time. It may not have realized that I have removed all those other counties. So we'll just reload it to make sure it's reading it correctly. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to look further into it. But I just wanted to show you your option once you get in there. So again, you should only have one county in here. Go to your My Search, and I should be able to hopefully get that cell score. Hopefully you were able to get it. So again, customize search and sales information. Nope, sales score still not letting me select. So I will look into it. I'm not sure if anyone else is able to select that or not, but it is not letting me select it. So when you go to the cell score, it will give you an option here to search by cell scores. And the higher the cell score, let me go back to the properties with my recent searches here. Pull one of my searches from before. Let's pull these. The higher the cell score, the more likely that they are, that what they might list or sell. So let's run this. Not select it. Try this again. Sure, cold stuff in here. Huh. Getting that one on find. Maybe I didn't save that one completely. So let's find another one here. Go into. Bear with me here. I'm trying to find one that might have some. I want to make sure we get some. Gillis is probably not going to pull because I'm going to. Yeah, it's right for a township. Let's find. I think it's more than one count, but I'm just trying to show you a bunch of listings. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Instead of doing it this way, let me just go to my map. So if you haven't used Realist, there's so much you can do in here. You can create labels in here, mailing labels, which is great. You can send out, you can farm or send out just sold or whatever you need to. But I'm gonna go to my map view real quick here because then I can just draw on it and I can pull a bunch of things up. So let's do this. Let's clear all. And let's draw. You got your pencil here. Let's do a quick rectangle. Let me zoom out, see where I'm at here. I don't want Bedford, so let's relocate my map. So let's go back here. I'll put in a zip code. Let's go back out to Clinton Township or Shelby. We'll do Shelby. There it goes. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a quick map on here. There we go. And let's go back. There we go. So that works. So once you draw your map, you just hit search on the left side of your screen. And I'm looking at the map view. If you look here, we'll show the first 1,000. If you look here on the top right, I have a split view, which will take me back to my listings that are there. And the reason I'm pulling this is, again, is I just want to show you those cell scores and the difference in some of them. So let's pull this property up. Here's one of them. And you see it whenever you pull the full listing details, that's where you're going to see it. So if I go down further here, here's my cell score. So this one is rating pretty high. So again, the idea is getting to the number. So your highest would be up to 1,000 is your cell score. If you are over 625, it's saying it's a high chance that these people might want to sell. So again, just another way for you to hopefully find some potential sellers, you know, and you can market to them and see if you're able to attract them and possibly list their homes. Okay, so that is your option in Realist. So all I did again to get to Realist, 2 options directly from a listing itself by hitting the red icon here, takes you to your property details, and at the top here, I can launch Realist right from here. That's your first option. Your second option is going directly from your tax tab, going up here into taxes and going down to Realist tax search as well. Okay, so 2 ways to get in there, and then all you're doing is changing your counties and adding, when you customize My Search, you're adding that cell score. And then again, it just gives you an area here to select the number you're looking for. And then you can just draw a map. You can relocate your map, put an area in there, whatever you'd like. Any additional criteria you can add right here on the left. So when you're running that search, here, you can add in like a zip code and then put the cell score and have it pull everything that zip code or a city or a county, whatever you'd like, and it will pull those for you. Okay, so that is our Realist. The other one I want to take you into is New HomeSource Professional. So I'm going to close out my Realist, and we're going to go back to our Paragon page because we need Paragon to get to this. So if you go to Paragon tab and go to your resources, and if you haven't, you're going to have to create an account in here. My account is created. I haven't played with this much yet. This is a newer option for us, but what this does is it helps you work with builders. So it helps you register your clients with the builders. You can share properties that a builder might have listed. If you work for a builder and you list their properties, this is another great way of getting in here. You have to create an account first. So you're going to create your account with all your information, the area that you work in, and save that. And then if you want to receive weekly updates and so forth, you can. And then when you go here, you can now search all new homes. The reason this was brought on, one of the bigger reasons, was because of inventory, the lack of inventory we've had over the years. And a lot of times your client decides that they're going to build. They can't find anything out there. They've been looking forever. So they decide they want to get into new construction. Well, now this is an easy way to connect with those builders, register your client, because as anything new construction, you have to register those clients or you will not get credit for it. So make sure you're doing that. And a lot of times you can register right online directly from the sites, but this will allow you to get to those sites. So let's say we want to look for an area in here. So let's look real quick and see what they've got in here, because I honestly have not looked at this yet recently to play with it. So let's say I want to look in Shelby Township. Let's see what new construction is in there. So another way to get, like I said, listings, it may not be listed. So there's nothing, it looks like there's nothing right now in Shelby Township. So let's look, Macomb Township is usually a great location for building. Let's see, there's usually a lot of new construction in there. So let's see if there's anything available. Again, lack of inventory is probably not gonna help, but let's see what we've got. Hopefully there's something in here. No? What about communities? Anything? No? So let's see, can we search by county? I'd like to see what is in Macomb right now. Let's do it that way. Maybe now I'll get some results. Yep, there we go. Better way to go. So, and actually there was in Shelby Township. I'm surprised it didn't pull up, but it's saying, oh, because it's a Rochester mailing address. It's a Alicia Shelby, that's why it didn't pull up. So these are the cities. You can go by here. So if I want to, this is just like an Excel spreadsheet. So I can click on it. I can put all my states together. So here's everything in Shelby Township first. You can see the Valencia, Shelby, Autumn Park is Washington Township. Quite a bit in Washington Township. That's a great area, obviously, if you get somebody in there. There's 34 available houses right now in Macomb County that's new construction. So this is a great way to search for new construction because, as we know, they're not always listed with a real estate agent. Sometimes you have to go directly to the sales agent of that and may not be in the MLS for some reason. So this is another way for you to find the properties, connect, share the properties if you're listing them. So sign up your clients as well. Okay. It shows on here. It gives you, there's some webinars in here, how to sell new homes. There's some information to help you get started. You can save listings in here, save your searches. You can add your clients in here as well. So they can run searches in here as well. You can get all their information and save a search for them. Okay, so this again is your new HomeSource Professional. That is just underneath your resource tab, new HomeSource Pro. Again, make sure you're creating that account first, and then you'll be able to do many other things. You can manage your client activity. Again, there's so much options in here once you get in it. Okay, so that is that option for lead generation. And let me see. And you can post to social media too. Like I said, once you find those properties, you can post those as well. So I believe I've gone through all the different options that you have for lead generation. Again, remember, these are all free options. These are included in your membership. So since they are, why pay for something if you can get it for free? So honestly, take advantage of it and use these. There's some great things in here. So that handout on the right side, again, please download that to your computer. And that way you can view this. It does give, I'm going to download it real quick to show you. It does give screenshots and it will walk you through all the things that we did today. So while you're sitting there watching TV tonight, you can play with this, share some of the things you want to, share your listings, whatever way you want to go to it. But it does walk through all the different things you can do in here. Okay. And you see, these are the screenshots and it walks you through how to do these. Very simple. Best way to do it. Okay, so we have a little bit of time here. Is there anything that I didn't show you, or something I did show you that you'd like me to review again, or something you have a question of how to do? I can go through it right now. I can go back through something, anything you'd like to see again, because we still have a little time. It's only a little after 11 right now, so we got through this quicker than I thought. Again, sometimes I talk fast, so I apologize. So if you have questions, you can type in the right. If you want to put your hand up, I will unmute you. You can chat as well. So just whatever way you'd like to let me know what I can do to help you. I would love to show you anything again. I would love to show you something maybe I didn't show you, or something I didn't mention, and then you'd like to find a way to do this. So if there's anything in here else I can help you with, let me know right now. I think we went through, like I said, we've gone through Cloud CMA. We went through MarketStats. I showed you your single property website, and I can just really quick show you how to get to these again. So Cloud CMA is in your resources, as well as your new home source is in here, your property inventory links are in here, your market stats are in here. So all of these are in here for you to get to. Your Homesnap Pro, you can actually do it from your computer as well. So you don't have to go through your mobile device to do that, to share your link for your profile, to share any of your listings. We also went into listing maintenance, listings, maintain listings, going to those actions and sharing directly from here if you'd like. And then we also did, what else did we go into? Oh, and I showed you the Realist. So again, tax records to get to Realist. And then you can try to do your self scores in there. That one didn't want to cooperate today, didn't work with me as well. And then, like I said, the Cloud CMA, you know how to get into those, and your property inventory links so you can share directly your listings. Your Homesnap Pro is in here, and then make sure you create that new HomeSource Pro account as well, so you can use that for new construction properties. And I think that was basically how to get to everything. So is there any questions? I'm looking right now. I don't see anyone typed any questions in or anything. You can go in the chat box as well. And again, if you put your hand up or click the question mark on the right side of your screen, I will unmute you and you can ask me the question or ask me anything you'd like. Otherwise, I think we've covered everything that we had in the class. And if there's something that you have a question about that is not in lead generation, then I might be able to answer for you. Let me know. I'm happy to answer any question I can right now, just since we have about 15 more minutes of the class. And if you're all set, then you are, welcome to log off. And I hope this class was helpful. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. Again, that handout, please make sure you download that. If you forget to download the handout or it didn't download for some reason or you can't find it, we have all kinds of handouts to help you. If you go to your Paragon homepage, go to MLS Documents in the top right corner of your screen, and you're going to go down to your Education folder, which is under your MiRealSource folder. If you go to Education, go to MiRealSource Education or MiRealSource Education. Handouts are in here. They are broken down by sections. So if you are looking to do something in Cloud CMA, it's going to have different options for you. So if you go into search here and just type in Cloud CMA and hit enter, it's going to pull everything we have on Cloud CMA. And again, you can see this is how to add a PDF and custom pages. The full handout, how to do CMA Cloud, there's a short version and full version. How to do lead generation in here, something I just showed you. So how to put in what's my home worth on your Facebook page or your Twitter. So this will walk you through, again, they're PDFs, just download them, and it gives you step-by-step instructions with screenshots. So we try to make this as simple as possible. We know every agent's busy. We bombard you with a lot of information. There's a lot in here, so finding things aren't as easy sometimes. This is going to walk you through step-by-step with visuals, and I'm a visual person, so I need this. That's why we've created all these handouts, to make sure that you have everything you need to help you out when you want to try to do this on your own. And our tech support is always available as well, up till 9 p.m., 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. So if we're not in the office, one of our techs will take the pager with them, and you can page them and they will get back to you. So up until 9 p.m. every night. So if you get on something and you're stuck and you're getting frustrated, don't spend hours trying to figure it out. Call tech support, they will help you. They can do it within minutes typically. Okay, so again, those are just under MLS Documents for handouts, and you want to go under MiRealSource folder and your Education folder and find whatever you need. And just click on it, and it'll take you to whatever you need, and just search up here. So I don't see any questions. Nope, still don't see any questions. So I hope that means that everybody is very comfortable with everything I showed you today. I don't see anything in the chat, and just checking to see if anybody has their hand up or the question. I don't see anything. Okay, so I think I showed everything. I'm not quite sure what else I can show you. So if everyone's comfortable with this, use your handout, play with this tonight. If you wait too long to get back into some of these, you're gonna forget. So whenever you get a chance, just play with them. Go back through those items again. And I hope everyone gets some business out of this. I hope this helps. So if everybody is good, I think we are all set with our class. I don't see a question. So I hope everybody got something out of the class. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you have a great day. And again, call us if you need any help. That's what we're here for. So please, use tech support and contact us if we can help you. So I hope everyone has a great day and enjoy your Easter. Have a happy Easter. Thank you so much for coming to the class.